Great. Today we are going to learn about form tags and table tags. Today is a day 4. So up to now we'll learn a basics of HTML, and this is the final step of the HTML, or we can say the final tags of the HTML. Yes, still there is a lot of tags are available, but I think we don't need to learn all the tags because the main tags, what are the tags we are going to use in the web development like regular basis, that's the tags I'm going to teach you, right? Up to now we'll learn a lot of tags, right? I don't know whether you are remembering or not, but try to practice and go through the reference materials which I'm sharing you daily, because I'm taking a lot of time to prepare that reference material just for you, because I'm just preparing for the level of beginning, right? Just try to go through it. You will understand more better. And we are giving a lot of examples with that, right? Please go through it. Then only you can able to understand and try to prepare, try to what I can say, practice. Then only you can able to remember for a long period of time. It's not about attending the classes, it's all about how much effort you are putting to learn that. Great. So now we are going to learn about the form tags. So don't worry about the action. As I mentioned yesterday, I will explain you what is this action and everything. Don't worry. So form tag is like a parent tag to define the any kind of form. If you want to prepare a login form, registration form, or job registration form, or course registration form, okay. So I want to give a real time example. You guys registered through the website, right, for this courses, Java, web development, and for Figma. So that course, sorry, that registration page also they are done with the using form tag itself. They designed using the form tag itself, right? So any kind of forms, they use form keyword, which is used to define the form, which is used to start the form. Okay. So inside that we have another field, another tag called field tag, field set. We can call it as a field set, which is nothing but it's like in a container. It's like in a room where we can save or where we can put all kind of input tags. Let me give an explanation for it. Don't worry. So inside that we can put label. Don't worry about this for tag. I will explain you what it is, right? So here, let's take name. So here we can use colon name. Okay, done. Here we need to go for input tag. Input text, then name equals to name, then remove this ID. I will tell you why I'm removing it. Don't worry, right? This is label. So again, what I'm doing is I will copy paste this here. Here, email. Let's take email. Okay. Again, then take label or else copy paste it. No, I think it's fine. Sorry. Label message. Let's take simple contact page. Let's try to create a simple contact page. Okay. So here we can use a text area. Don't worry, I will tell you what is this text area. Message ID. Here we can use. Okay, let me tell you what is the thing. Let me go to the output. Run without debugging. This is how it will look like. Name, email address, message. But we want one more button, or I want to put two buttons here. What kind of buttons? Let's take submit and reset buttons. Input, sorry, input type equals to submit, submit, and value, submit. Again, Input type equals to reset. Name equals to reset. Value equals to reset. Right? This is how it is looking. Name, email address, and message. Now it is looking like in a side by side. So name, email, and message. Now I want one by one. It is now in a horizontal way, right? Now I want in a vertical way. So anybody, can you tell me what changes I need to do or what tag I need to add to break that? To break this horizontal into vertical, what tag I can use? Wow, super. Break tag. Great. Marvelous. Super. So break tag. We need to use a break tag to break this horizontals. Again, here use a break tag. Now we got like this. Still, beside the email, I think I forgot to enter break tag. Where it is? Yes, break tag. Here, break tag. Great. Now it is looking like this, right? If you want a more gap, you can use a one more break tag. Again, here you can use a one more break tag. Great. One more break tag. And here, one more break tag again. Yes, this is how it is looking, right? Name, email address, message, submit, and reset button. So I'm giving now Arjun. I'm not, I'm giving like an Arjun itself again. Observe carefully. Hi. I'm clicking this submit button. It is taking. So did you observe that name is fine? For email also, I'm giving just Arjun. I'm not even giving this at the rate gmail.com, right? Still it is taking. I'm not giving an at the rate gmail.com. Email in the sense that should be at the rate gmail.com, right? Even I didn't give any at the rate gmail.com, still it is taking. It is not a right way to write the things. So what changes we can do? Anybody can have an idea? What changes I need to do here? Any idea? No problem. So here we need to change the type of the text. So in here we use text, right? Here use email. Here we should use email. Now see, I'm going Arjun, same Arjun and hi. When I click submit, it will give alert. Please include an at the rate in the email address. Arjun is missing an at the rate symbol. So we should use at the rate gmail.com. Otherwise, it will not at all allow us to submit the data. That's how this type equals to email will work. Great. I forgot to mention that label. Label, it's nothing but like a print statement. So like we can give it like a title of the box. So if you don't use this label tag, let's see. This is how it will look. The user may not know what he need to enter, whether he need to enter a name or whether he need to enter a number or whether he need to enter some other address or what is. We're not giving any specific information to him. So that's why we need to use a label tag. So then it will give clear information what the user has to enter here. I think you got the point, right? So if you don't use a label tag, how the user can get to know ఏం రాయాలన్నా తెలుస్తుంది అసలుకి బాక్స్ ఖాళీ బాక్స్ ఉంటుంది అక్కడ ఇది తీసేస్తే ఏమవుతుందంటే ఖాళీ బాక్స్ ఉంటుంది తనకి తెలియదు కదా అసలు ఖాళీ బాక్స్ ఉంది అక్కడ నేమ్ రాయాలా నంబర్ రాయాలా ఏం రాయాలో తెలియదు సో దట్స్ వై వీ నీడ్ టు గివ్ అ లేబుల్ ట్యాగ్ టు గివ్ అ బేసిక్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వాట్ హీ నీడ్ టు ఎంటర్ దేర్ బట్ వన్ థింగ్ then here we have one more in the line number 26 text area. Text area is nothing but it will give a box kind of, see, compare this box and this box, compare this box and this box. This is called text area. It will allow us to write n number of letters or n number of words. N number of words. You can compress it or you can increase the size of it. You can whatever you can increase the size of it. But for this, it's not possible. It's a fixed one. It's a fixed one. If you want to increase the size of it, we need to give a CSS for it. But for message, for a text area, it will give a lot of space. That is the main advantage of the text area. It will give a lot of area to write messages. See, this much of content you can write. Still, you can write. You can increase it. You can increase it as much as possible. You can increase it. That's how the text area will work. So nothing. Text area, name, message. So you can close it. There is you don't need to write anything in between this. So you can ask me what is this name here? So name is nothing but the name of the input tag. The name of the input tag. మనకి ఎక్కడ యూస్ అవుతుంది అంటే HTML లో ప్రజెంట్ అయితే మనకి ఎక్కడ యూస్ అవ్వదు. మనకి ఇంకోటి కూడా ఉంది ఇక్కడ ఐడి, రైట్? సో నేమ్ ఉంటుంది, ఐడి ఉంటుంది. వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్ నేమ్ అండ్ ఐడి అంటే వెన్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు లర్న్ ద జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ at the time this both will help, name and id, but id will help in the css also. Id is nothing but a specific or unique one in the entire html. So you have a roll numbers in your college, right? So everyone having a unique one, so they can identify or they can access your entire marks, entire profile, student profile using the roll number. Why? Because it is the only unique one in the world. No one have your roll number. Not only in a college, in the world, no one have your roll number. That's how they designed the roll number. It's like a unique ID. So here also we have an ID which is very unique. Name we have a duplicates, but ID don't have any duplicates. So in JavaScript we will use IDs and names. In CSS we will use ID. I will tell you how to use an ID in a CSS and what is the benefits of it. Okay, great. Yes, you understand about the text area, right? Then input type equal to submit. It is nothing. It is nothing but to create a button using input tags. Using input tags, we can create a button, and input type equals to reset. Similarly, the both are works same. Submit and reset. The type will be changed here. Then what is the value? The value is nothing but name of the button. Here, if I remove this, if I mention good boy, it changes. Similarly, if I change here, good girl, similarly it will change here. See, the value is nothing but the name of the button. Whatever you put here, so it will be reflect here in the button. So usually we will put like register and clear the data or reset we will use. So reset is nothing but it will reset the data which is in the form. It will reset the data which is in the form. That's how it will reset the data which is in the form. That's how it will work, right? Understood, right? Just if you have any doubts, please note it down and let me know at the end of the session. I will clear it. Don't worry. So once again, I want to explain you that. So if form is a tag which is used to start the form. Okay. Then field set. It's nothing but a container. It's nothing but a room to store all this input tags. All this input tags. Okay. Label. Label. It's nothing but it's a title of the input. It is title of the box. What we need to enter, it will give the basic information. Hey, you enter name, here you enter email, here you enter message. So that's how it will help the users to give basic information. That's how the labels work. Okay. The type, we have lot of types are available. Let me tell you all the types here. Input type equals to text, email, and uh, submit button. And we have this radio buttons, check boxes. We have a lot of things are available. Let me go through it. Don't worry. Uh, yes, great. Now it is one thing. Now let me create one more tag here. Break, break. So we can create input type password. So, okay, let me show you how it will work. Placeholder equals to enter your password. Observe carefully. Now I'm not using label tag here. Observe carefully. Not here. We need to use here. I'm not using label tag. Observe carefully here. Okay. Now I'm going to refresh the things. Now it is asking enter your password. So I'm not using a label tag. I'm using the placeholder, which is nothing but it will give the information like what user wants to enter here. So it will give the information inside the box. So password, he will enter inside the box, right? But here input type equals to text. You can put text, but good way to do that is we need to put password. Input type equals to password. Now see here, automatically it will disable the password. It will give the security. Whenever you're entering password, it will give the security. If you don't use the password keyword here, if you use a normal text here, normal text, now it's like a normal thing. It will give the password, it will show the password. But whenever you use a password keyword instead of text, if you use a password keyword, then it will hide the or it will disable the password. In the sense, it will not show the password to the anyone. Only you know what's your password, right? Until unless it is close to anyone. This is how the input type equals to password will help. Then let me go to another tag. Input type equals to it. Great. Input type equals to tel. It's nothing but telephone. Let's take placeholder. Enter your number. Right. Then input type equals to file. Don't worry. I will tell you. See, name, email address, message. For these three things, we use label. For password and number, we use placeholders, which is nothing but they give information inside the input boxes. Now choose file. It's nothing but file. Here use input type equals to file, right? So this one. When I click this, it will allow me to choose files here. It will allow me to choose files here. Let's take this one. Now see day4.html. It will choose file from the system, right? That's how the file will, like the file type will help. Now at the same time we have date type also available. You can see input type equals to date. So there's a different things are available. Input type equals to date. So when you use this how it will allow you calendar. It will show the entire calendar. You can choose a date here. See, automatically it will fetch the date here. So that's how the date type will help you, right? So we have checkboxes and read required keyword. Yes, we should use that. We should use a placeholder. Yes, we can use a placeholder or label based upon the requirement we can use. Okay. So anybody, can you tell me the difference between a checkbox and a radio button? Quickly, we don't have a time. how the checkbox will work. For example, you're writing an MCQ question. You will get some, in some cases, you will get checkboxes. In some cases, you will get radio buttons. Why? Did you observe it? How the checkboxes and radio buttons will work? No? You don't have an idea? Great, no worries. So the courses you know, I will give an options. Java, Python, yes, exactly. Java, Python, web development. So in this case, you can choose a multiple options. You can choose three languages or you can choose one language, your wish. Based upon your interest or based upon your knowledge, you can choose any one language or any three languages. But when coming to the radio buttons, so as this people said, as Mamata and Bharati and Tanusha said, it is two options or you have a multiple option. Let's take, there is a 10 options. You should only you can able to choose only one option, right? Let's take an example like male or female. Let's take, as he said, exactly. Great, great. So that's how the radio button will help. Okay, let me try to create that. It's not about report. We will try to create it and we will see the output how it is working. Okay, just give me a minute. Let's create a label. So for label, we can create here gender. So after gender, we can create an input text. So in input text, we need to mention radius, right? Let's take name. Use, let's take male. Great. Again, input tag, radio. You can use a female, female, and here we need to give label for it. So now we give only options. So how it will look? Let's see. Oh, not this, this one. It will look like this. Gender, two options. But what is this two options? See, whenever clicking this, two options are selecting, right? Because the process is still going. We have to give some more things here. What is that? Label. Here, the label will help us. The label for here we're going to use the for FO or MELE, male. At the same time, here we need to put male, right? Similarly, you can use here female. So let's try whether it is working or not. If not working, so there might be some other things. Just try. Okay. So gender, male and female. So in gender, you can use a break tag here to break it. Great. Yes, now it's look like this. After this, again, we need to use a break tag. Oh, sorry, not here. We need to use here. Don't confuse. It's very easy. I will go through every each and point. Male, female, both are selecting. So here we missed something. So what is it? We need to figure out because we need to select. So like it should select only one option, but it should it is selecting like two options. What is the issue here? Anybody can able to give an answer for it? Anybody have an idea about it? So let me show you the code. This is the code actually for genders. I made a very small mistake. I know where I did the mistake, but I just want to know whether you know that or not. No idea? Great, no worries. See, simple one. ఇప్పుడు ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాగ్ ఉంది కదా మేల్, సిమిలర్ గా ఫీమేల్ ట్యాగ్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ. ఇప్పుడు రెండిటికి కామన్ పాయింట్స్ ఉండాలి. ఎక్కడ ఉండాలి అంటే నేమ్, నేమ్ దగ్గర లెట్స్ టేక్ జెండర్. అగైన్ నేమ్ దగ్గర జెండర్. ఇప్పుడు రెండిటికి కామన్ వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నాయి ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ. ID mistake. Okay, let's see that also. Let me tell you how it is. Now I'm selecting male, I'm selecting female, I'm selecting male, again I'm selecting female. Now it's working. You know, Roger said ID mistake. Here, I appreciate your answer, Roger, but here we're not going to use an ID. ID will help us in CSS and JavaScript. As of now, we are not using an ID, but I love the answer because you're giving an answer for it. I love it. See, ID we are going to use in CSS. We are not going to use in a HTML. We are going to use in a CSS and JavaScript. So the only small mistake I did is here. Name equals to gender. Again, name equals to gender. You can ask me. Only gender పెట్టాలా వేరే పెడితే వర్క్ అవుదా అనేసి. Let's take one or let's take Roja. Again, here Roja. Right? Now let's try this. Refreshing the page. Male, female. Working right. సో దీన్ని బట్టి మీకు ఏం అర్థమైంది? ఇక్కడ నేమ్ అనేది కామన్ గా ఉండాలి రెండింటికి. అప్పుడే మనం ఈ రెండింటిని లింక్ చేసినట్టు అర్థమవుతుంది. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఏదైనా ఒక ఆప్షన్ చూస్ చేసుకుని అవుతుంది. వెన్ యూ మిస్టేక్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వెన్ యూ డూ అ మిస్టేక్, ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ రోజా నేమ్ ఇఫ్ ఐ కీప్ 2 ways, so ROJAA and ROJA here. Please observe carefully. Here I use ROJAA. Now let's see the output, how it is working. I'm clicking male. I'm clicking female. Both are selecting. I just made only one changes. That the thing is, I added a extra a here, but the output was changed. Okay, so you should keep two names common. Then only that will reflect in the output. See, only one option is choosing here, right? Um, did you understand this, everyone? Did you understand this? Please let me know. Give a thumbs up symbol if you understand, or else let me explain you once again. Great, great. Anyways, I will explain you everything once again. Don't worry. Great. So, okay, thank you, thank you. So, we have another tag again. So, మీరు అనుకోవచ్చు ఎన్ని ట్యాగ్స్ ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నారు, మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతున్నాం అనేసి. ఏం కన్ఫ్యూజన్ లేదు. ఐ విల్ గివ్ ద ఎంటైర్ లిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ట్యాగ్స్. ఇవన్నీ మీకు ఇస్తాను. ఏమేమి ఇన్పుట్ టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి, లైక్ ఇన్పుట్ టైప్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు టెక్స్ట్ నుంచి ఈమెయిల్, మెసేజ్, పాస్వర్డ్, టెల్, ఫైల్, డేట్, everything. What are the tags we are using now? For all tags, I will give you notes with examples. Okay, don't worry. These are the very easy tags. And మనం దీన్ని యూజ్ చేసి చిన్న చిన్న మినీ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ చేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మనకి గుర్తుండిపోతుంది అవి ట్యాగ్స్ అనేది. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో డోంట్ వరీ అబౌట్ ఇట్. డోంట్ వరీ లైక్ ఇన్ని టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఎలా గుర్తుపెట్టుకునేది అనేసి. జనరల్ ట్యాగ్స్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు యూజ్ రేడియో బటన్స్, వీ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ అ రేడియో. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు యూజ్ అ డేట్, we should use date type equals to date here. If you want to upload any file, we need to use type equals to file. If you're talking about the phone number, you need to use tel, which is nothing but telephone. If you are talking about the password, type equals to password. Similarly, right? That's how it will work. Normal words, manam normal sentence ela maatladuto, the same sentence we are going to use here. That's it. There is no much difference there. Then input type equals to range. To have a range here, what is this range? Here we have a min value 1 and max value, let's take 2. Okay, let's take here, let's see output. That's how it will work. min value and max value. So let's take 100 here, maximum 100. Take maximum 100. Let's try. See, this is called a range. అర్థమైందా? ఈ విధంగా ఉంటుందన్నమాట రేంజ్ అనేది. దిస్ ఇస్ హౌ. సో మీకు ఈ రేంజ్ ఎక్కడ యూస్ అవుతుంది అంటే జస్ట్ గో హియర్. I think the screen is visible. So in the real time, I'm showing in the real time. Okay. So here you have a salary here. See, minimum salary, maximum salary. It's a real time application. This is called a range. They mention minimum value and maximum. If you mention like, for example, this one, automatically it will update here. See, this is called a range. Here we use range. ఇప్పుడు కూడా వాళ్ళు ఈ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ మేము బిల్డ్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారంటే రేంజ్ యూస్ చేసాం టు సెట్ ద రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ ది సాలరీ. అర్థమవుతుంది? దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ రేంజ్. ఇట్స్ a real time example for you. This is range. Okay, great. Then is any tags we missed? I think we have one more tag, one or two more tags. Let's figure out what it is. Break. Input tag equals to search. We have a search tag used there. Search. Let's take name equals to SCA or CH search. So we need to use this tags before this range or like after this range. Great. This is search tag, and we have a URL tag also. Yes, important tag. URL tag also we have available. What is this URL? URL. So we have a URL tag. Let's take name equals to URL. Don't worry about the ID. Okay, great. Let me go for the output. This how it will work. We need to please give the placeholder for it. Yes. URL. So URL in this sense, for example, let's take in some registrations, ఎక్కడైనా జాబ్ కానీ ఇంటర్న్షిప్ అప్లై చేస్తుంటే వాళ్ళు ప్లీజ్ షేర్ యువర్ రెజ్యూమే యూఆర్ఎల్ అంటారు, డ్రైవ్ లింక్ యూఆర్ఎల్ షేర్ చేయమంటారు. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ ఇఫ్ దే ఆస్క్, దర్ ఇస్ ఛాన్సెస్ టు ఆస్క్ యూ లింక్డ్ ఇన్ ప్రొఫైల్ షేర్ చేయమంటారు. సో అలాంటప్పుడు ఇది యూస్ చేస్తారనమాట, ఈ కీవర్డ్ యూస్ చేస్తారు. ఇన్పుట్ టైప్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు యూఆర్ఎల్. లెట్స్ టేక్ ప్లీజ్ హోల్డర్ హియర్, search, right? That's how. Search and URL. So search will create, again we need to create a button for it, for the search. So for URL, this is URL. You can enter a URL here, .com. It will accept that, right? So as of now, these are the types are available. Did you miss any types? I'm just recollecting. Just give me a minute. Text, email, message, text area, password, tel, file, date, and radios. Great. Done. Done. Yes, we missed the checkbox here, right? We missed the checkbox here. Great. Input type equals to checkbox. Input type equals to checkbox. So what we can do? So we can put a label here. Label. Let's take subscribe. Right? Let's see. Yes, it's working. It's working. Subscribe. Oh, there's a spelling mistake. Don't worry about it. Subscribe. This is checkbox. Right? This is radio buttons and this is checkbox. Then guys, as of now, we learned a lot of different types of, input tags. Okay. Different types of input tags. Then the form tag, the form concept is done. There is a one more tag. It's nothing but button tag, which is very important. Login. So this how the button will create. This both will look similar. This both will look similar. So ఇక్కడ మనం బటన్ లోపల మల్టిపుల్ ఫంక్షన్స్ రాయొచ్చు. So for example, if you want to create any JavaScript code, so whenever clicking the login button, ఇట్ షుడ్ డూ సంథింగ్. అర్థమవుతుందా? లాగిన్ బటన్ క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏదైనా పర్ఫామ్ చేయాలనుకోండి. సో లాగిన్ బటన్. ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ వి యూజ్ బటన్స్, రైట్? సో యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ మీ, ఇక్కడ ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాగ్ బదులు నేను బటన్ యూజ్ చేయొచ్చా అంటే, ఎస్ యూ కెన్ యూజ్ ద బటన్ ఆల్సో. ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాగ్స్ యూ కెన్ యూజ్ ద బటన్ ఆల్సో, రైట్? గ్రేట్. బట్ రిమెంబర్ వన్ థింగ్, ఇక్కడ ఇన్పుట్ టైప్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు సబ్మిట్ కి అండ్ నార్మల్ బటన్ కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంది. Why? Because in form, whenever you're creating a form, we should use submit. Sorry, input type equals to submit itself. It's a first preference. Why? You can also use a button also. But the difference is, if you have a good knowledge in the JavaScript, then you can use a button. Why? Because again, we need to write a script for it. So by default, if you use input type equal to submit, whatever your data you're writing in the forms, what you're writing in the forms, the input type equal to submit button will understand and will take automatically. But if you use a login button, what will happen is you need to write a script again, JavaScript, to take all this information again, to validate all this information. So yes, I missed one thing. The thing is required keyword. So for example, if anything is required, let's take telephone, it's required. Let's say number is required means I can use required keyword here. So what is required keyword? For example, I'm not entering name, I'm not entering email, I'm not entering anything. Let's suppose I'm clicking on register, it's highlighting, fill out this field. What is that field? Enter your number. Why it is only highlighting that field? I'm not even entering this name, email, message, and anything. But why it is only highlighting that? Why it is giving like an alert? Just because required keyword. So required is nothing but the field is important. The field is mandatory. That's how. Right? Great. Still we have 15 more minutes. Let me try to give one more concept here. So this is how the form tag will work. So can we jump into the next topic? Is there any doubts you have? Combo box, I tag. I tag stands for italic. Combo box. Yes, yes. Good. Select. Yes, I missed the select. What is this combo box? I didn't get Sravani. I didn't get this combo box. Please give more information on it. Okay. So can we go for the select option now? Select. Great. Who is that? Madhumita. Great. I forgot that. Super. Thank you. So here we have another tag called input type equals to select, or else we can use this one. Select. Sorry. Select LECT. Select. Here we can add options here. Options. Let's take value equals to web development. So let's take development and Figma. మీరు కోర్స్ రిజిస్టర్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు సేమ్ ఇదేలాగా చూస్తుంటారు. Figma SIGN ఇదన్నమాట. Right? Option value equals to web development. Option value equals to ఇక్కడ Figma. This is called selective tag. Let me tell you how it will work. Let me see the output. See? Web development and Figma. ఇదే కదా మీకు చూపించింది యాక్చువల్గా. బై డిఫాల్ట్ మీకు వెబ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది అక్కడ కూడా. మీరు కోర్స్ రిజిస్టర్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు బై డిఫాల్ట్ వెబ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు చేంజ్, యూ కెన్ సెలెక్ట్ Figma ఆల్సో. See? You can change Figma or web development. You can add multiple options. Here. Let's take something blah here. So let's take this. So now you can see multiple options here. Web development, Figma, this all things. You can choose anything you want. You can choose. This is how the select section or select tag will help us. Here nothing. Select name and ID. Don't worry about the ID here. Name again you can use like domains. You can use domains. And this option value. సో వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏమైతే ఉంటుందో సేమ్ ఇక్కడ కూడా అదే ఇవ్వాలన్నమాట. ఇట్స్ నాట్ మ్యాండేటరీ, ఇట్స్ లైక్ అన్ ఆప్షనల్. మీరు మార్చి ఇచ్చినా కూడా ప్రాబ్లం ఏముండదు. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సి ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ లైక్ దిస్ ఫర్ వెబ్ డెవలప్మెంట్. Still it will work. Anyways, we can choose web development. ఎప్పుడు మనకి అవుట్పుట్ రాదు అంటే whenever we are connecting to the backend or whenever we're connecting to the JavaScript. In that case, we will not get any correct output. Why? Because this both are like there is a mild link between these two things, right? సో ఇక్కడ ఏమైతే ఉంటుందో దాన్ని క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇక్కడ వాల్యూ అదే రావాలన్నమాట. ఆ విధంగా ఉంటుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ ఆప్షన్ ట్యాగ్. సో యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ మీ ఇది బయట రాయచ్చా అంటే యూ కెన్ రైట్, బట్ ద ఆప్షన్ ట్యాగ్ ఇస్ మ్యాండేటర్లీ వీ నీడ్ టు రైట్ ఇన్సైడ్ ది సెలెక్షన్ ట్యాగ్, సెలెక్ట్ ట్యాగ్, right? Select tag is a parent tag which is used to hold the multiple options. That's how the select tag will help. You got it right, everyone? Understood, or do I need to give an explanation once again? Great. Now we have again important thing, table tag. Table tags. This is the final concept. Once we're done with that, then we can complete this HTML, right? Quickly, let me explain you this. Table. Let's take border 1. Okay. So inside the table tag, we can write key head, or we can write a caption here. Let's take student information. Okay. So inside that th stands for main heading, table heading. So inside that heading, don't worry, I will explain you. I will just first demonstrate this one. Let's take IDs, table row again. Your let's take student name, and the last one is your age, right? This is table heading. Then key body stands for table body. Key body stands for table body. So in this again you need to use TR, stands for table row. Again we need to use TD. Array yaar inni చెప్తున్నారు అనుకోవద్దండి. Don't worry, that's like a pattern. We need to follow the pattern. Don't worry, I will explain you. TD. సో ఫస్ట్ మనకి ఏంటి ఇక్కడ టీడీలో ఏం ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలంటే ఇక్కడ ఐడి ఉంది. సో ఇక్కడ ఐడి ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి. లెట్స్ టేక్ 101. నెక్స్ట్ టీడీ అగైన్. ఇక్కడ ఏం ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి? నేమ్. లెట్స్ టేక్ అర్జున్. అగైన్ టీడీ. ఇక్కడ ఏం ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి? ఏజ్. థర్డ్ కాలం ఏముంటుంది? ఏజ్. లెట్స్ టేక్ 10. ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ రో అయింది. సెకండ్ రో సిమిలర్గా ఏం చేయొచ్చు అంటే కాపీ పేస్ట్ హియర్. సో comments is important. Second row. Here let's take to 2. Let's take Varun. Let's take 20. Let's see the output. Can we see the output here? Where it is? Yes. Here it is. I think it is visible, right? Name, ID, name, age, student information. So student ID, student name, student age. Again, student ID, student name, student age. Why does that much confusion? So here it's like anta kalsipinattundi. It's just because to set the alignment, we need CSS. To make it more beautiful, we need CSS. We can make what is that, timetables, and we can make rosters tables, any tables using this table concept. So first of all, let me tell you what are the things I use it here. First thing, for example, now let's see the output. Did you observe the output? Before we have a boxes, we can call it as a borders, but now there is no border. Why? Because I removed that. See here again I am putting the border. Let's take 5. Like now see, we get it borders in everything. So now let me go through you on each and every point. First one, ఇక్కడ మనకి ఫామ్ ట్యాగ్ ఎలాగో, ఒక ఫామ్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలంటే, ఫామ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే ఫామ్ ట్యాగ్ ఎలాగో, ఇక్కడ మనకి ఒక టేబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే టేబుల్ ట్యాగ్ అలాగనమాట. టేబుల్ ట్యాగ్ ఇట్స్ లైక్ a parent tag. If you want to create any table, we should use the table name, table. That's your wish. You can use a border or not, your wish. Anyways, if you want to give a border, you can also give the border in the CSS also. But by default, if you want to give a border, then you can use this border keyword. Border equals to 5. What is this 5? It's pixels, 5 pixels. Then caption. ఈ క్యాప్షన్ ఏంటి అంటే ఇక్కడ మీరు చూస్తే అర్థమవుతుంది. క్యాప్షన్ ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? స్టూడెంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. క్యాప్షన్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ టేబుల్ యొక్క ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. అసలు మీరు ఏం టేబుల్ యొక్క కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటి? టైం టేబుల్, స్టూడెంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, లేకపోతే ఇంకేదైనా టేబుల్ రాస్తున్నారా? సో ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అండ్ బేసిక్ హెడ్డింగ్ అనమాట. టేబుల్ హెడ్డింగ్ అనొచ్చు. టేబుల్ హెడ్డింగ్ అంటే మళ్ళీ వేరే మీనింగ్ వస్తుంది. టైటిల్, యూ కెన్ కాల్ ఇట్ ఎస్ అ టేబుల్ టైటిల్, రైట్? సో హియర్ అవర్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇస్ స్టూడెంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. వాడు ఐడి, నేమ్, ఏజ్ రాస్తున్నాం. సో I mentioned this student info. Great. Then what is this TH? TH stands for, sorry, TH stands for table heading. Somebody have doubts? So can we use a label instead of caption? Let's try. See, we got here student info, ID, name, age. This is how it's working. Student info we got here. Student info we got here. So what that means, it out of the table, it went out of the table. We want, actually I wrote here, నేను యాక్చువల్గా టేబుల్ లోపల రాశాను లేబుల్ అనేది. చూసారా, టేబుల్ అనేది పేరెంట్ ట్యాగ్ కదా, దాని లోపల లేబుల్ రాశాను. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏమైంది, అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ది టేబుల్ వెళ్ళింది, అంటే టేబుల్ కన్నా ముందు వెళ్ళింది అనమాట. సో హియర్ ద క్యాప్షన్ ఈస్ అ కీవర్డ్ ఆర్ అ ట్యాగ్ వీ నీడ్ టు యూస్ ఫర్ ద టేబుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్. సో లేబుల్ యూ కెన్ యూస్ ఫర్ ద ఫార్మ్. So now for the captions or for the title of the table, we should use captions. Now see, it was changed. Sorry. I think now it's visible to everyone, right? See, this is how name is in a column name. ID is a column name, age. These are the column names. So now th stands for table heading. ఇదే అన్నమాట. ఇక్కడ ఐడి ఉంది చూసారా, ఇక్కడ ఏంటి అంటే TR అంటే టేబుల్ రో. అగైన్ don't confuse, guys. It's a very easy concept. Don't worry. TR is nothing but table row. TR stands for table row. And rows and it will create the rows. So TR is an ID. First one is ID column. Second one is name. And third one is age. It's a column names. Table heading. Table heading అయిపోయింది. అర్థమైందా? Table heading అయిపోయింది. Now, key body. కీ బాడీ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ టేబుల్ బాడీ. ఇక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది టేబుల్ బాడీ అనేది. ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఈ చూసారా డార్క్ బాక్స్ చూసారా, ఈ డార్క్ బాక్స్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది టేబుల్ బాడీ. ఇన్సైడ్ దట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు యూస్ టీఆర్ అగైన్. టీఆర్ స్టాండ్స్ ఫర్ టేబుల్ రో, అంటే ఫస్ట్ రో ఇదన్నమాట, ఫస్ట్ రో. ఓకే. ఇన్సైడ్ ద టీడీ స్టాండ్స్ ఫర్ టేబుల్ డేటా. టీఆర్ స్టాండ్స్ ఫర్ టేబుల్ రో, టీడీ స్టాండ్స్ ఫర్ టేబుల్ డేటా. ఎలా టీడీ ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుందంటే, సో టీఆర్ లోపల మనం టీడీ యూజ్ చేయాలి. సో టీఆర్ అంటే రో, రైట్? ఫస్ట్ రోలో డేటా ఎంటర్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఫస్ట్ డేటా ఏంటి? ఐడి. ఐడి రాసాం. సెకండ్ డేటా ఏంటి? నేమ్, అర్జున్ రాసాం, నేమ్ రాసాం. అండ్ థర్డ్ డేటా ఏంటి? ఏజ్. చూసారా, డిఫరెంట్ టీడీ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఇది ఒక ఐడికి వచ్చి ఒక టీడీ, అర్జున్కి నేమ్కి వచ్చి ఒక టీడీ, అదే విధంగా ఏజ్కి వచ్చి ఒక టీడీ. నౌ వి క్లోజ్ ద table row. Similarly, second row. This is second row. This is first row. This is first row. This is second row. Second row మళ్ళీ ఏం చేసాం? మళ్ళీ టీఆర్ ఓపెన్ చేసాం. టేబుల్ రో మీకు ఎంత డేటా కావాలంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ థర్డ్ రో అనుకోండి. థర్డ్ రో అనుకుంటే అగైన్ టీఆర్, టీడీ, లెట్స్ టేక్ జనని. Again TD, oh sorry, ID, right? So here we need to use an ID. 103. Next one is name, Janani, and the last one is age. Let's take 99. Now see the data. 103, Janani, age 99. This is how it will work. So ఇక్కడ మనకి అలైన్మెంట్ కరెక్ట్ గా లేదు, isn't it? యాక్చువల్గా ఏమవుతుందంటే, ఇక్కడ అలైన్మెంట్ మనకు కరెక్ట్ గా ఉంటే నీట్ గా ఉండేది అనమాట. జస్ట్ బికాస్ దర్ ఇస్ అ CSS, we need to add a CSS to align it more better. To make it more better, we need an CSS. Let's try the border here. It is not working for the border for the caption. So we need to use CSS itself. Even if you want to give a border, you need to use CSS for the caption. This is how. This is the third row. If you want to add a fourth row, same thing. Here, inside that, we need to add table data. Again, one more row will be inside. Is there any doubts? So we have one more concept is called T foot. Last one. T foot. Foot is nothing but footer, table footer. So short is T foot. So we can call it as table footer. Just listen carefully. Table footer. So inside the table footer, we use tier because we need to create a row, right? So inside the row only we need to write table data. First we need whatever you create the table, instantly we need to create tier. It stands for table row. Inside the table row only we need to write the table data. అర్థమవుతుందా? లెట్స్ టేక్ టేబుల్ డేటా వచ్చి టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ అనుకుందాం. టోటల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ it is working like this. But I want to merge all these three things. అంటే ఈ స్టూడెంట్ ఈ రో మొత్తానికి ఈ రో మొత్తం ఏమవ్వాలంటే ఫుల్ గా ఆక్యుపై చేసుకోవాలి. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ వరకే ఉంది చూసారా, ఇది ఫుల్ గా ఆక్యుపై చేసుకోవాలి. లెట్స్ ట్రై టు డూ దట్. సో ఫార్ దట్ we have another concept called call span equals to 3. ఏంటిది ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది చూసారా? ఇప్పుడు ఏమైంది చూసారా? ఆటోమేటిక్ గా 3 కాలమ్స్ అనేది మెర్జ్ చేసింది అది. సో హియర్ ద కాల్ స్పాన్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ కాలమ్ స్పాన్ అంటే మెర్జ్ చేస్తుంది అనమాట. సో మామూలుగా మనకి ఎక్సెల్ షీట్ లో మెర్జ్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంటుంది. సిమిలర్ గా ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ రో ఇది, సెకండ్ రో ఇది, థర్డ్ రో ఇది, 3 కాలమ్స్ మెర్జ్ చేసి this how only it will merge 2 columns. Third column వదిలేసింది, గ్యాప్ ఉంది. బట్ ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ ద గ్యాప్ హియర్. సో ఐ వాంట్ టు మెర్జ్ 3. దెన్ వీ కెన్ డూ దిస్ 3. అర్థమైందా? ఈ విధంగా వర్క్ అవుతుంది అనమాట కాల్ స్పాన్. ఎనీ డౌట్స్? So this is about the form tags and column tags, sorry, table tags. Up to now we'll learn different input types of the forms, and we'll learn the table tag. I know you might little bit of confusion. Please let me know what are the confusions I have. Definitely I will clear it now itself. No problem.